What is going on, guys? Pleaf here, and welcome back to another episode. Alright, so we just defeated the trainer school, and now we are going to go level up, so we're ready for that rival battle out on the next route. I don't want to be unprepared for that, because that might cause casualties, and I really don't want any of those. Oh, I didn't even see an item here. Old Amber, that's good. That means we can go revive a fossil, which is a free Pokemon. That's really nice, I like that. Alright, let's see. A Blissey, so it's a tanky Pokemon. We're sending out Jetfire, and let's take it out quickly and get some XP, because I know Blissey gives a lot of XP. Let's do a Stab Dragon Breath. And it does OHKO, that's nice. That means we can't just farm off Blisseys and get 109 XP is not bad. Actually, I kind of thought I'd get more. Maybe it's because Jetfire is already level 11. So, ooh, okay. We're probably going to get more XP from this because it is a legendary. I wonder if Dragon Breath does take it out first hit. That would be very nice if it did. If it doesn't, it's okay. We'll figure out a way to defeat it well. Oh, okay. So it does take it out first time, which is really nice. And it's only a little less than Blissey. Okay. Well, we have battled a couple Blisseys, so we do know that Jetfire is strong and can tank a hit. So we're going to start training Chad. If anything has Pursuit, I think Chad is cooked. But other than that, I think we should be fine. While I'm doing this, why not get into another random story about my life? So, I think the water. We're going to start on the water for this one. Alright, so I do not do boats well. Boats and me, no bueno. But I was young with my family. I think it was me, my mother, and one of my siblings. And my mother was like, well, we're here on vacation. I believe it was either Southern California or Hawaii. Some beach. I think it was Hawaii, if I remember correctly. We're there, and she's like, this is a wonderful opportunity to do something really cool and go kayak from the beach to a little out into the ocean. Not very far, obviously, but out in there. And I was like, cool, I can handle that. I hadn't felt really good on boats, but I haven't gone on a small boat like this. Like, I've kayaked on lakes and stuff, and I was okay with that. But I've never tried it on the ocean. And every time I go on a boat in the ocean, it's usually a whale watching one where I don't feel well, so I just kind of sleep on it instead. But with this one, we get in our wetsuits and we get our kayaks. We go with our group and we're going out there. And on my way out, I felt great. I didn't feel bad at all. No seasickness at all. But then from the waves, it caused a little disruption. And we get to the spot where we can swim around before we turn back and head into the ocean. We're really deep now. Excuse me, I'm recovering from a sickness. But we're really far out there, and we actually see a couple dolphins in the distance. That's how you can tell how far we are. And so I get out of my kayak and I go swim in the ocean. It's actually pretty cold, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice. Oh, well, I don't feel well. So I get back in my kayak. I sit there for a little bit. I'm like, man, this is not good. And then I just start puking. And I know I had my last story, I believe, also ended with this, but I started feeding the fishes. It was so bad that the instructor goes over to my mother, and he's like, excuse me, ma'am, is that your son over there? And she's like, yeah. And he goes, well, he's feeding the fishes, so I'm gonna let him go back to the shore. She looks over, and she tries to keep a straight face, but she starts to laugh. She's trying so hard not to laugh. All the other random people we have in our groups are just sitting there, staring at me like, what is happening? And my mom and the instructor, they give me, a ginger pack, and they're like, yeah, eat this while you head back. And I'm like, okay. And I'm, breathing deep because I just, bleh, everywhere. And I'm like, all right, time to head back. I do not want to be on the water at all. I don't even want to see water. That's how fast I want to be moving. And I turn around, I get my paddle, and I just go rah, 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 and I'm just going as fast as I can. And it's so funny. As I'm going, to my right, I see probably like 5 or 6 meters away, there's a dolphin, and it just peels up in the water, and you see the dorsal fin, and it comes up, and it goes up a little bit again, and I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm just going as fast as I can. I'm like, I'm not even gonna stop to look at the dolphin, and I just keep going, and I'm going so fast that when I get back to land, my arms are they're so sore I couldn't lift them for like an hour. I just went hammer on the kayak. I just did not want to be in the water anymore. And it probably was another 30 minutes before the rest of my family in the group returned to shore, and I was just laying on the sand, just laying like a starfish out there. It was one of the craziest moments that excuse me, the craziest moments I've had while kayaking. Like, it wasn't even like we were on a boat or we were speed boating or anything. I was on a kayak. I threw up on a kayak. I got seasick on a kayak, which is just crazy. But that's my story on why I cannot do boats. Me and boats will never be a thing. Whale watching, maybe. Cruise, probably, because you can't feel it that much. But nothing smaller than a big boat, you know? Like, whale watching is iffy. Sometimes some of those do not feel good. Yeah, alright. Well, that was my little story. If you guys have stories that you'd like to share that are like random or niche or something, and you feel comfortable sharing them, just go type them in the comments. I'll read them, I'll respond to them. Maybe some of them I'll even like respond to in the video. It'll be cool if you guys did that. It'd be, ooh, psycho. Sorry, interrupting my thought. But I think that'd be pretty fun. Interesting. I don't think I want that though. Yeah, no. Remember, always wash your hands and cough into your elbow. If you could not hear that, that was the sound of me using my hand sanitizer, which smells like French vanilla, which is actually a really nice smell. If you don't know what it's like, it's really nice. Not my favorite smell, but it's up there. I had a friend who wore vanilla perfume, and it smelled really nice. And then, yeah, and then she switched up her perfume, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't smell as nice. Yeah, but honestly, I'm not a big scent guy for like, in regards to cologne. Like, I get good smelling like deodorant, but I don't really wear colognes very often because first off, they're insanely expensive, and second off, they smell strange. Like, if I want to smell like something, I want to smell like something nice, not high integrity sport. I think that's actually, yeah, all my cologne says is high integrity sport. It is like almost full because I don't use it very often, mainly because when I'm out doing stuff, unless I'm like on a really nice date, like when I go on really nice dates with people, I usually want to impress the girl I'm taking out on a date, and I'll wear a cologne. Currently, I do have a girlfriend right now, and I do wear cologne when I take her on dates. So, I do wear it sometimes. I just, not my favorite thing. I know a couple dudes who, like, every day, they spray it 3 times. 2 on the neck, 1 on the wrist, and they do that, like, wrist thing where you, like, rub your wrists together. I could never do that. That could never be me. It's cool, though, that they have something that they like that makes them smell good. Like, good on you that you have something like that. Really awesome. Yeah. Looking at my desk, just trying to think of other things I could talk to you guys about, because right now I'm just grinding, and this stuff is pretty boring to watch because it's the same thing over and over again. So, oh, I think I asked in my last video, it was either the last video or the video before, if you guys could guess my top 5 favorite Pokemon. This is gonna spoil something real quick. I recorded these before I posted them. These past couple of episodes, I've recorded them in succession, like a couple days apart, but I haven't posted them after I record them. I sit on them for a little bit, and then because I have to edit, because my raw footage is not what you see. My raw footage is just the gameplay, so I have to duplicate it. I have to put it on a back screen, and then I gotta put my little Pokemon in the corner you see down there. Put the question of the day in the bottom right corner, and then how many deaths on this run. I should add a run counter, but hopefully with Jetfire we don't need another run because he's awesome. But if you guessed, I'm gonna spoil it. If you guessed Torterra, I don't remember how many Pokemon I said were my top. I think it was top 5. But if any of these were on your list, congratulations. So excluding Garchomp, it would be Torterra, Chandelure, Gallade, Metagross, and Crobat. Those are my other top 5 favorite Pokemon. Number 6, honorary mention if you put this on your list. Also, awesome Pokemon. I think it's like probably number 6 for me. Giratina, and then Dialga. I just love those two. Mainly because Diamond was my first ever Pokemon game, and Giratina is just bad. Oh, wait, no, I can't say that word. It's just super freaking cool. Yeah. If you were wondering what I was about to say, what is another description for cool, but it starts with bad and has another word after it? Up to your imagination. Anyways, do any of you guys play the TCG? I've started to get some cards, and I've wondered, like, what if when I excuse me, I wondered if when I start streaming, if I started streaming the TCG like online, like would that be something you guys would want to watch? Like I would try out decks that I'm building to compete in like actual events and stuff like that. And maybe some TCG Pocket if you guys would be interested in that. I know a lot of people like that right now. I mean, I love the game too. I haven't played it in a minute. But later down the line, probably a couple years down the line, when I do a face reveal, I probably would start doing Pokemon Go related content too, because my name's attached to my account, but I don't want to make a new account and my location's in there. So I would do like Pokemon Go battling, where I would you'd see my username, so you'd probably see my name and stuff. Actually, I don't know, you actually wouldn't see my username or my name. Maybe I do start doing Pokemon Go content, like how high can I get my season this year or something. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I know I like started as like, or I've started as like a Pokemon content creator, but like, is there any other games that like you want to see me do? Because I would be down to do games, probably like, I don't know. There's a bunch of games that I would be very willing to do, to play, to make content on, to stream or whatever. My biggest one would probably be Minecraft, because that's very similar demographic to what Pokemon is intended for, and it's also a very fun game, and it can be enjoyed by all ages. And there are Pokemon mods for that, like Pixelmon is super fun. So just leave it in the comments down below too if you've made it this far, about any games that you would love to see me play, and I'll start thinking about what games can I add to my repertoire after I finish Platinum, because hopefully by the end of this I have, you know, a good standing on subscriber count and financially, so I can actually get an editor, because then I can just play the games. Probably I would write the scripts, and then I can send my scripts, my voiceovers, my footage, all that to an editor, and I'd be able to give them money to put on a good video that you guys could enjoy. Wow, I just was paralyzed and flinched. This is annoying. This is very annoying. Alright, sweet. We're actually going to go to the Pokemon Center and heal up the paralysis that I have. Chad, level 8! Woo! Yeah. Jetfire's just a dog. Actually, he's a land shark. What is your guys' favorite thing to collect? Not even Pokemon related, just your favorite thing in general to collect. I know for me... Excuse me. I like collecting Lego sets like that. I don't have a thing where I like collect them to put them up for sale in like 20 years or anything. But I like collecting a lot of Lego sets, and I like building them and putting them on display. It's fun. Transformers are a big one for me. I swear I am not autistic. I just really like those things. They're just really cool. I also, unironically, I do collect a lot of Pokemon stuff. But I collect cleats. Soccer cleats. Those are really nice. That's another thing I like collecting. They're really expensive. They're like shoe heads, but you don't get to wear them as much. So it's like you gotta be careful which ones you pick, because there are very different kinds of cleats. Ooh, an Onyx. Wow. Sorry to interrupt my thought, but this is a new encounter. Well, not new encounter, but new spawn in this route. I don't think I've seen an Onyx, and if I have, I was not paying attention. But this is interesting. Fury attack. Oh yeah, that's doing nothing. That's great. Okay. Alright. Let's hit a Dragon Breath. Oh, and it's still Oko's, which is nice. Okay. Alright, yeah. So, what things do you like to collect? You guys can show me your collections or whatever. I don't have a way to share it. So, but I do actually have an Instagram. It's Pleaf YT, Pleaf YouTube. That is the Instagram. It's all lowercase. No dashes, dots, anything of that sort. You should go follow it because I'm starting to update stuff on there. I'm like when I have a new video coming out. Oh, sorry. I've also posted a lot of my Pokédol content, my Pokemon Wordle content to there. So if you missed it on YouTube Shorts and you don't really like YouTube Shorts, you can go on there. It's made for YouTube Shorts, so it'll say subscribe and not follow. But you know, it's the same message there. But I have updates there. I post screenshots, pictures of stuff. So you should go there and follow me. Pleaf YT, same username, not same username, same profile picture as the one for my channel currently. As of recording this, if it changes, I will put an editor's note, hopefully if I remember, in this video. But you should go follow it, because then you can DM me from there if you have a cool collection of, let's say you collect retro video game action figures. Like, send me a picture of that, and I could, like, if you give me permission, I could share it on a video like this and be like, here's my fans' collections, and here's my rating of them or something. Or I'd be like, well, this is a really cool collection, and then we can talk about it. And then, yeah, that's a Dragon Pulse. Wow. That's nice. It's more of a physical attacker. Half? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Dragon Breath. But yeah, go follow me there if you have a cool collection. Right now, only if you have a cool collection or any collection of the sort, reach out that way. Like if you're trying to like sell me something, like if you're a scammer and you're just trying to be like, hey, come buy this product, I will most likely not buy it through Instagram. If you just DM me a link, I don't know how safe that is. Probably won't look at that. Eventually, I'm hoping to get an email going that you guys like, specific just for this channel email, separated from everything, that you guys can send stuff to if you have like other stuff, you know. But yeah, that's just, go follow. Yeah, that's what I was just trying to say. And if you haven't even subscribed here yet, you should subscribe, because that helps a lot. It's free, and you can unsubscribe whenever you want, though I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because I'm awesome and great, because that's what all people like to say about themselves. And but it is free, and you can unsubscribe whenever you want. If I get too annoying, you can unsubscribe, though I'll try not to be super annoying. I get talking a lot during these videos, I'm hoping I'm not too like obnoxious, But an episode like this, it requires me to talk a lot about some random stuff, because I can't really describe it. Like, if I described, this is my 15th battle with Blissey, level 3, it would get so repetitive, and you guys would get so bored very fast. But I like showing this content on screen, because at least in early game, it something cool could happen. And it's also easier to explain than be like, hey guys, I just leveled up by 15 levels, but you didn't see it. I get it when it's like later in the game, we're about to fight the Elite Four. You want to see the battles between the Elite Fours, not me grinding in Victory Road for like an hour to make sure I'm all level. By the way, this ties into what I'm about to say. But if you believe we should have level caps, you should drop that in the comments to let me know what you think the level cap should also be. Because if you think there should be level caps, let me know what you think the level cap should be. Because I might start enforcing that a little bit, because it'll make it a little more challenging too. Especially if we get into the Elite Four and there's like a level cap. But that is what I was about to say. Grinding in Victory Road, trying to reach level 55 or above, because the trainers in Gen 4 for the Elite Four range from 52 all the way, I think, to 64, including Cynthia. I think her highest is 64 or 65, one of the two. And I believe it's either Garchomp or Togekiss. But that's in the original games. I have no idea what her Pokemon will be here. If it's a Garchomp, that'll be hilarious, because it'll be a Garchomp versus Garchomp. Hoping that Jetfire survives all the way through. Excuse me. Sorry. Alright, it's healing up. We've mostly trained up Chad, because Chad was level 2, and I believe if he got in any battle, he would just immediately die, so I kind of wanted him to be a little stronger. I think I'm going to switch train Credilli for a little bit. Maybe like 2 levels, get it to level 7 maybe, level 8. Because then it'll put a nice balance, because obviously my starter is going to be a little stronger, because there's not an EXP share for everything here, and we don't have the EXP share, so one Pokemon's going to be a little stronger than the rest, but I'd like them to still be equal level to it, because that'll be oh, excuse me, sorry, I hate my cough. It sucks. It's super annoying, because it's not even, when I'm sick, I know I'm sick because my throat will start to get hurt, or it will start to get sore. It'll start to hurt. I'll maybe get a fever if it's bad. Like this one was pretty bad. I got a pretty high fever. And then I'll get congested. But once I'm starting to feel better, a cough randomly appears. I don't feel bad. Like, I feel good. My body's ready to go. But then I just have cough attacks or coughs. And it just sucks. Because I know I'm fine, but it doesn't sound like I'm fine. I had another story, but in high school, I think it was freshman year, I had a situation like this. I had gotten the flu, and I hadn't gotten the flu shot that year. So I had gotten the flu and it was pretty bad. I fell asleep on Friday night, and I did not wake up till Sunday afternoon. I slept through my entire Saturday, and I actually had work. I worked as a referee while I was younger in high school, because I couldn't work normally. But I had to, the only reason I woke up on Sunday was because I had a game that I was supposed to referee on Sunday. I had reffed one at Friday, and I was almost going to pass out. And I got home, and I had one on Sunday. So I woke up midway through Sunday, about 5 hours before the game. And I was like, I cannot do this. And so I reached out to like a handful of people to get someone to cover for me. Thankfully, somebody was able to, and then I fell asleep and I didn't wake up for a little bit. So probably like Monday. I obviously didn't go to school. But then probably like a week, 2 weeks later, sickness fully recovered. I'm good. No fever, nothing. I just have a teensy weensy little cough. And my coughs are aggressive normally. Like, I don't know if you can hear very well here, but they're a little aggressive. Didn't mean for that timing, but they're like a little aggressive, and you're like, is he really okay? I promise I am. But I had a cough like that. And so, I don't know why that's not working. Oh, my remote was like wigging out for a second. I wanted to move it. Anyways, I had a cough like that. And I went back into school not a couple weeks. Yeah, it was a couple weeks later. I had been back at school before this, but I wasn't like feeling fully ready until like after a couple weeks with this lingering cough. Even my doctor I went to, I was like, I still cough, and he's like, no, it's just a lingering cough. It happens sometimes. And it happened, and I was like, oh, this sucks. I'm just coughing, and I'm in my math class, basic math for freshmen, and I'm sitting there. This teacher is sort of new, but I'm in class. I'm sitting there, and I start coughing, and then it's like really loud. It's a huge room that echoes a ton, so it sounds really loud. And my teacher comes up to me. She's like, you okay? Do you need water? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. It's just a lingering cough. And then we're going throughout the day, and we had a block period, which it means the class was around an hour and a half. And so I start coughing again. This time it was a little more. So then she comes up to me again. She must have been like a germaphobe a little bit or something, because she comes up to me and she goes, I'm going to have you sit against that side table over there. Because in our classroom, we had the main desks, normal desks that separate. You can take them up, separate the desks from each other. But then she has these like counters on the sides and the back. And she made me sit by myself on a side counter. I wasn't talking or anything. I didn't have any friends in that class besides one friend who was on the opposite side. So I wasn't talking to anybody. Just putting my head down and working and just coughing. And apparently that was a little too much for her. And so I sit there and I cough a couple more times. And then she comes over to me and she's like, I'm going to need you to go to the nurse. And I'm like, it's just a lingering cough. I don't have a fever or anything. She's like, still, go to the nurse. Take your stuff and go to the nurse. Which keywords were take your stuff. Because normally at my high school, when they said take your stuff, they knew you were not coming back. And usually it's either, 5 minutes before the bell rings and you're about to go to the next class, or you're clearly ill enough that you're going to go home, or you're in trouble enough you're going to be there a while. And since it was the nurse, she was implying that I was not going to be able to come back. So I take my backpack. I packed everything and I left. And I go to the nurse and I sign in. I do whatever I had to do to get in or whatever. And I go to the nurse and I'm like, yeah, I have a cough. I feel fine. I was sick like 2 weeks ago. It's just a lingering cough. My doctor said it was a lingering cough. My teacher just sent me here. She's like, okay, well, can I check you for a fever? And then if it's bad, do you want to go home? And I'm like, not really. I have most of my day left, and I kind of needed to catch up from when I was gone because of this sickness. And she's like, okay. And she takes my temperature, and it's normal. It's like a 98.5 or something, because she did the forehead one. And she's like, yeah, you don't have a fever. You're good. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go back to class now. And I go back to class, and when my teacher opens the door, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, the nurse said I can come back. And she's like, no, I want you to go home. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. I don't have a fever or anything. And it's just a lingering cough. And she's like, okay, fine. And then she's like, but sit at the side desk. And I'm like, whatever. And so I come back in. Class is all looking at me. They're like, oh, what is he doing back here? And I go and I sit on the side desk. And my teacher went to her desk, found a face mask, and gave it to me. Like, it was super random. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I guess I just have to wear this now. And it's not like I'm against masks or anything. They were great. They are great. But I wasn't sick. I just had a lingering cough. I have no idea what caused the lingering cough, but I know I wasn't sick, because if I was sick, then my doctor would say that you're still sick and your cough is da 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 da. Or my doctor could have been really bad, but I highly doubt it, because it's been the same doctor I've been going to since I was like 4. I still go to him now, and he's amazing. Plug for my doctor, but I'm not going to dox him like that. But anyways, that's just my second little story. And that's about all the training that I'm going to do for today. So thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. It means a lot that you watch my playthrough. I hope you're enjoying it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I have a ton of questions you can answer, a ton of things you can comment about, all kinds of fun stuff. If you know a friend that likes Pokemon, you can send this to them. If you have only watched a little bit of my content, I suggest watching full videos. I mean, it helps me a lot, and you might enjoy it. And there might be things that you miss, jokes you miss, stories you miss. Anyways, that's about it. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.